Rightio, this is the unit that I want to talk about today. It's the electric car jack, 12 volt, maxing lifting range, obviously 42 centimetres. Now, I've used this to lift up the Nash Metropolitan, and of course I know it's a small car, but it lifted up the whole side of the vehicle. We could lift up the camper van and without any problems, and we also managed to jack up one of the wheels on the Chev as well. So here's the unit in question. Comes in a nice sturdy rigid plastic box with metal clips on it. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. Well, as you can see, it comes with a manual and a set of gloves, very handy. Also, in the lid there is a set of jumper leads directly onto your battery with the appropriate cigarette lighter socket there. Clips away nicely. In the top here is also an overriding manual crank for your jack. So let's unbox this and see how well we do. Right, now I've connected the lead to the 12 volt supply. In this case I've connected it to my power oak, and first thing I notice is a nice light that shines on the end of the little remote that comes with it, with the up and down function. So let's see if it works. Without putting it on the vehicle, we'll just try it here. Well, seems to work. A little bit noisy. I think I'd like a little bit of grease on the spindles that goes through it. But anyway, we'll now try it on the actual vehicle and see how that goes. so it's got good capacity. So let's go and open this up and see what's inside. Okay, now you can see inside it comes complete with a set of gloves so you don't get your hands all dirty while changing your tyres, etc. And a manual, which is always good. Manual, of course, is in English, so that's always handy, of course. So it's quite a good manual there, complete with pictures, etc. And yeah, it gives you all the do's and don'ts. Okay, now looking at the unit, it has a lead which you can plug into a cigarette lighter, and in our case we've been using this by plugging this into our power oak, which means it makes it completely portable when you want to use it anywhere outside. Now here's the power oak, and we just plug it. I've got, you notice this other lead here because I've actually got my phone on charge, but we actually plug it straight into the 12-volt socket. Right, so there it is, it's plugged in. The little red light is showing on the power lead to the jack. We make sure that the DC current is on our power oak, so we turn it on, DC power is on, and if you notice the level of power I've got left is, it's only used 1 bar, and I've jacked up about 3 vehicles and used this quite a few times, so this actually holds a lot of power. It's really, really good. Okay, now just going around to the unit itself. Okay, so we've got the gloves in the manual, and you'll notice the light come on the lift, and that's your remote to lift the jack up and down. It also comes with 2 of these attachments depending on the height of your vehicle, so you can use it with that one, or you can actually use it with an extended one which screws in. So yeah, so it saves you a lot of mucking around, saves a bit of time. So that's the 2 adapters there. Also in the lead you've got leads if you want to run the lift directly off your battery. Also it comes with a manual hand crank in case power is cut off for any reason, and also it has 3 fuses. Now the only thing I will say is that this manual crank is only made of plastic, so be very, very careful with that one. So yeah, it's been quite good. I'll just fire this up. You can see the light there. Now we are going to give it a go. There you go. And sometimes what I do under load is I give it bursts like that, because if you do it continuous you can actually, I think the fuse rating's all a bit low and it does stop, but you just re-plug it back in and it goes again, so that's no problem. And of course I'm lowering it now. So there you go, it's raising and lowering. So remember to give this short bursts when you're raising it, lowering it. It's actually a lot better. The unit has stopped on me a couple of times, so what I did is just unplug it from the power source and then just waited a couple of minutes, reset it, put it back in, and it fires up again. So it's not a biggie. So there you go, that's all set to go. And of course when you finish you just unplug it out of the socket, put it back in its case, and and you're done. So there you have it, the electric car jack. My thoughts on it, it's okay, it's fine. It's certainly going to save a lot of backache and all that hand manually jacking up the vehicle. You just have to be careful with it. It does cut out, but it can easily reset. I think it is, for me, worth having, and I'm pleased that I came across this and decided to give it a go. That unit, coupled with our power oak that we did a review on some time ago, makes a good combination because we keep the power oak in the caravan to charge our fridges and everything else. It will run all our lighting, everything we need because of the AC outputs, DC, 5 volts, etc., which you can run all at the same time. And the 3 ways it can be charged: solar, cigarette lighter, and I think it's car battery and mains. So it's very adaptable. So you can run things like this. And so having this in the boot of the car, this in the caravan, keeping our fridges cold when we're on travelling, it's really good. But once again, quite pleased with this unit. It's I think it can be improved on eventually, but I would give it out of 10 a rating of around about 7 out of 10. So there you go, the electric car jack. So we'll see you back here next week. I think we've got heaps more products and things to do. Sorry we can't hit the road, but with COVID and the lockdown we've got in Auckland, we're just going to have to stay put for a few more weeks, and then we'll hit the road. So yeah, in the meantime we'll keep on going over a few products that we find and like this one, and hope you enjoy them. So next week we've got a whole lot more, some very interesting ones, and I think Nicola will be showing a few of the kitchen products as well. So there you go. It's supposed to be this week, but this, I had to mention this because this was such a good find that I wanted to share it with you. So there you go, the electric car jack. Don't forget to also to hit the like, subscribe button and all this if you want to see more, and when you get notified of new channels, new videos that we're doing, hit the bell as well, and we'll see you here next week. Cheerio.